Alright, ladies and gentlemen, once again, new Thursday, new Odyssey. What have we got here? Ooh, Monkey Pirates Pool Party by Lock. Alright, so we're expecting a lot of maps with water, as well as quite a lot of boats to be used. Interesting map of choice for water, because there's only a tiny puddle, but I guess it's the same on... Holy crap, I just had a look at the settings. Holy... Jesus! Chill! Okay. Alright, we need to back up a bit here, alright? So, Monkey Pirates Pool Party by Lock. The blimps have armored up. How many can you take down? So I think the idea behind this is that you're gonna use the Monkey Pirates boat upgrade to take down as many of these guys as you can in one shot, because they're gonna have high amounts of health? No, not at all. But maybe there will be more Moabs than expected for the custom rounds. We'll have to have a look. But it seems like hard double HP Moabs is a standard. Okay, so they all have the same exact rules, so that's easy enough at least. So ceramic health is only at 50%, so they'll be easier to take out. Should only take 5 hits to take them out. Moab speed is cut into half, which tells me that they're definitely, like, even double HP Moabs, like, that isn't that hard on its own to do with regular Moab speed. So there must be another reason they're cutting down Moab speed, and I think that lies in the custom round somewhere. I think they're going to be throwing out more Moabs at us. And the balloon speed is decreased a little bit. So overall, regular balloons don't seem like that much of a threat. And just going off of this alone, and the double HP Moabs technically don't seem like a threat, but we will see with the custom rounds, I guess. So let's have a look at the crew details. Supposedly all heroes, no powers, and from the looks of things, most of the monkeys are available to us, if not all. Yeah, I think we have all monkeys available to us. Alright, let's see if... Oh, let's see if we actually can use all of our heroes. We cannot. Classic BTD6. Still hasn't got that fixed. Alright, so we can choose between Quincy, Adora, or Admiral Brickle. Now, most of these maps, despite having sort of prominent water features, I don't think Logs, Winter Park, and Firing Range are the best options for this. But anyway, Stream Bed and Skates have decent amount of water, but given that most of them do have water features, I'm guessing they would like us to use a water hero. However, Quincy's cheap and effective in the early rounds. Actually, now that I think about it, we're starting in the middle with 45,000 bucks. So if I was to choose the most strongest hero here, I'd probably go with Adora. Like, don't get me wrong, Quincy's got good abilities too, and he wouldn't be half bad. Same with Admiral Brickle, but if we're going for raw power and we've got plenty of money to place them down straight away, I'm gonna go with Adora. Alright. It seems like almost everything is restricted to 4th tier only. Yep. Good thing is, a lot of our strategies don't just use 5th tiers. So obviously we're allowed... Let's go with... How many boats do you think you could fit on each of these maps? Probably 4. As many as you want, because I doubt you'd be... You're not exactly strapped for choices there. You've got the massive section in the middle, and if that's not enough, you can destroy the little huts on the side. Probably 3 to 4. Maybe like a good 10 or 15. And then probably another 3, maybe 4 if you're lucky. So we're not going to do any more than 4 boats, just because I feel like it's a waste. And that's already 1/4 of our max amount of monkeys allowed. Let's just think of what's overpowered at 4th tier. Spectre's overpowered at 4th tier. We can only have one of them. What's overpowered at 4th tier? Ninja Alchemist. Still a very solid combo, especially at 4th tier. You don't need to take that all the way for it to be good. Let's see. What else can we throw in? I mean, we could just throw in a Super Monkey. We might just do that. We might. Village is always good to have one of, at the very least. More important than 4th tier, let's see what we can make go to 5th tier, because it seems to just be the boats and the subs. So we're going to grab a sub. Oh, we can only grab one anyway. But the reason for that is because we can go to full-on Energizer sub, and that's going to be so helpful if we have to use Moab takedown ability like 400 times each map, which is going to suck, but I imagine that's what they're aiming for here. What else? What else? What else? Engineer Monkey. Engineer Monkey's good with regular balloons, but not necessarily with Moabs, and we don't know exactly what we're up against yet, thanks to the custom rounds. So maybe we'll go for out. No, we can't. He's not 5th tier. 4th tier Dart Monkey isn't great at all. Boomerang has certain good qualities. Recursive Cluster. Oh, we can only have one. Never mind. How's Sniper? No. I wonder. Mage? Mage would be pretty good. But we can only have one of them as well. That means the rest of our monkeys are going to go into Alchemist and boats because we only really need one village. Am I okay with that? I think that should be fine. So let's throw in another Alchemist. And then just stockpile on boats? Yeah? Alright. Don't get me wrong. I think this is a very odd lineup as well, but we are starting in the middle of the rounds, remember. And it's double HP Moab, so we really need to prepare as much as possible, because I don't know what we're getting into with the custom rounds being part of this. So, let's just get started. See what we can do, see what's happening. But yeah, it does seem to be heavily pointing out the fact that supposedly the Moabs are going to be a pain to take down, or there's going to be more of them, or they're going to, I don't know. We'll have to find out. So let's throw down Adora. And even though we're starting at round 50 and going only for 35 rounds technically, I'm still just going to drop her down and not upgrade her unless we really need to. Man, we got plenty of money. So I'm going to throw down an Alchemist around here. Get him up to 4th tier with faster throwing. Throw down a Spectre with rapid fire and lots more darts. Then put down maybe a village as well. Maybe, can we put the village somewhere like there? Because the Alchemist doesn't need the village, but the Spectre does. So if we can buff that radius, there we go, perfect. And then get radar scanner. Jungle drums. I just want to see if the Moabs actually pose a threat this early on, like at round 50. Okay, so look, maybe it's just all the Moabs on top of having double HP are also fortified. That could be what's happening here. And if that's the case, honestly, the Spectre, like this combo right here, should be quite solid. Okay, so I think the general idea is that not only is it double HP Moabs, but they also are fortified. Because even on double HP Moabs, Moabs do not come out with fortified bands on them. They just come out with twice the amount of HP, which is the general idea. So I think that might be the only issue, and if that's the only issue, honestly, we might be able to do this with very minimal towers. But this is the idea they want us to go for. Going for the Monkey Pirates, or the, what is it, Monkey Lord or Pirate Lord? I think it's Pirate Lord for the 5th tier. Pirate Lord, there you go. So it basically wants us to revolve around using these hooks, just to sort of take out the Moabs without needing to deal a bunch of damage to them, essentially. So we're also going to throw in a sub. We're going to get up our Balloon-Tonium Reactor. It's not going to deal a whole lot of damage, just because the Spectre and the boats kind of got it covered, but we're just wanting this cooldown to be reduced even further, just so we can do this a lot faster. But essentially, giving us that amount of cash to start off with does make this challenge a little bit on the easy side of things, because honestly, the Spectre is the way to go. And I'm going to tell you guys that in like 90% of challenges where you're allowed to use a Spectre. You know, there are some situations where a Spectre just straight up isn't great, like really, really fast regular balloons. They will just run straight past and the Spectre will not be able to hit them. But in most scenarios, Spectre is a solid choice. And these Monkey Pirates are going to help out too. So let's get another one set up. And even without using like the Monkey Pirates upgrades, just look at the Spectre. Insane amounts of damage. Just annihilates these guys. Double HP with bands around them. Nothing. No problem. Who even needs the boats if you've just got yourself a Spectre? Oh. Okay, so this is interesting. Round 63 has changed. Because Moabs do not come out on round 63 at all. And there are no ceramics from the looks of it. Okay, so not only are Moabs coming out fortified, they're also coming out when they shouldn't normally. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So not only do they have their double HP and their what do you call them? Banded Moabs. Not only do they have double HP and extra armor from the bands, but they're showing up on rounds that they're not meant to. So it looks like Moabs galore. So getting these abilities up and ready is going to be quite handy, especially if you have quite a few of them. I think it was a really good idea to throw on the extra boats in the end. Just because, I mean, we've got the extra space, you might as well fill up your Odyssey with as much help as you can get, even if you don't realize how it can be beneficial. But honestly, I think this is the ideal starting combo. Throw down an Alchemist, you get down your Spectre, you put up a village. If you can't afford this combo straight away, go the bottom path with the village, put that one down first, and then put these guys around it. It'll save you a bit of money and you might be able to just squeeze it in. But prioritize the Spectre and the village before putting down the Alchemist, just because going the top path with the Spectre makes it deal insanely more amounts of damage. Or it just deals more damage. And you don't need to worry about the middle path if you've got a camo village up. So it can see and detect camo as well as destroy them. Honestly, we're just chilling now. Look at that. The Spectre's not letting any regular balloons through at all. And even when it is fortified Moabs, they can't stand up to it. So we're pretty happy just chilling like this, I'd say. Damn. This Odyssey on the surface looks very scary, but underneath it all, you can start off any game with a Spectre. I mean, what do they expect? So weirdly enough, this Odyssey just like, it seems super incredibly complex, but then you place down a Spectre and then all of a sudden it's not all that difficult. It's in fact quite straightforward. Put down these three, and then you slowly put down your insta-kill buttons until you have a strategy that works for you. And it's not an extreme Odyssey, so you don't need to hold back on how many you're using. That was like the one thing I was thinking could make this Odyssey really difficult, is if it was an extreme one, but it's not. You can do this literally every level. It's just that easy. Alright, we're cruising through. Oh, there you go, we're getting a ZOMG on round 75 instead of 80. That's another modification they've thrown in there. Wonder how well we'll do against it. The Spectre seems to be holding his own. And once these guys start attacking, oh yeah, no chance. And then once it pops, if you're not doing so well, you can activate your abilities here. Grab 3 of the BFBs, so you only have to deal with one. And look at that. See, the major downfall of this sort of this Odyssey is the fact that, I mean, I guess this is what they want you to do. They want you to get an Energizer or at least a plutonium reactor so that the cooldowns of your other water towers are quick. But they've cut the Moab speed in half. That's the only issue, because that makes it way too easy. I could use these 3 abilities and have them ready again before these guys even get a third of the way through the map. Like, don't get me wrong, I love getting free trophies every week, but this is a bit much. Alright, so we could get a Pirate Lord. We don't really need to Energizer, so we will just get a Pirate Lord instead. If you don't know what a Pirate Lord does, it essentially just grabs 3 Moabs, or BFBs, instead of 1. Or, it can grab just 1 ZOMG. So you don't need to worry about them anymore. But honestly, this challenge, now that I've seen it, they've literally replaced every round that could be difficult with one that's realistically not. If you've got a Spectre and a few of these boats around. Now I get it, that's the theme of the Odyssey, but honestly, just on the surface, this looked a lot more complex than normal, so I was expecting big things and maybe a bit of a struggle, but it does not appear to be that much of a struggle. As you can see, we just went through like 2 rounds very easily. I don't even think we need our Super Monkey, if I'm completely honest with you. I just threw this guy in for not like a Dark Knight or anything, but like just go Sun Avatar with epic range, just to get like, just to make sure that all the balloons that came out of the Moabs were covered, no matter what. But honestly, we don't even need that. All you really need is these abilities right here, and a nice little submarine next to them. Like, honestly, this is weirdly enough one of the easiest Odysseys I've done yet. Well, there you go. At least this round looks like it's the way it was meant to be in the main game. Just a bunch of ceramics, one after the other. Okay, I don't think these guys showed up though. Nope, they definitely did not show up to the ceramic party. And then we'll throw in the Sun Avatar if we can afford it in time. Grab 3 of you, grab 2 more. Ooh, we can almost afford it. And see, this is the problem. Like, a lot of Odysseys before have really made you use your abilities well, because if you messed up the timing and you didn't have it for the next round, then that was a major issue. But for this, it's the complete opposite. It does not matter what point in time your ability's on cooldown, because look, this guy hasn't even gotten that far. And I got my ability back and we won. So it's looking like we're getting free trophies this week. But if you're still unsure about the general idea and strategy, I'll show you again right here. Very simple, very straightforward. Place down a Dora for fun is essentially step 1. And then, like I said, if you don't have the money to be able to straight up afford a Spectre as well as an Alchemist that's maxed out, place down your village first, go 2 at the bottom, go 2 in the middle, and then that should save you quite a bit of money with the little discount icon that you got there. So now some of these upgrades should be quite cheaper, and then go for rapid fire. Then you can throw down your lovely little Alchemist. Do that, and there you go. You get a little bit of extra cash in the end there, which is quite nice. But then you just flood the board with boats, and then you've got your Odyssey complete, pretty much. I mean, if they've literally replaced round 63 with something so simple as just like a group of Moabs instead of massive chunk of ceramics, then this is just going to be a very easy win for us, and I do not mind that. Don't get me wrong, I love getting trophies for free, but I don't know, I feel like they could have done quite a bit more with this Odyssey. Like, they had a great idea going to start off, but it just became a little bit too easy with the 45,000 to start off with. Like, in my mind, they should have started us off with maybe like, I don't know, at least start us off with like a bit of cash, because obviously we're starting on round 50, so we need something to survive. but don't give us enough to get us something like a $20,000 upgrade. Maybe give us $20,000 to start off, but obviously after the first, like, tier 1, 2, and 3, we won't be able to afford the tier 4 or 5 upgrade. That would be really strong, but we might be a little bit close. So then you'd have to figure out how to survive the early game as well as continue into the late game, but yeah, I feel like they went a little bit overboard with the starting cash, but that's alright. That's perfectly fine. We love ourselves some free trophies, especially on hard mode. So let's get this monkey pirate up. This is literally all you need. It was crazy. I thought I was coming home to it. Like, the second I saw this Odyssey, like, the second I saw those upgrades, I was just like, oh crap, what am I in for? Like, what am I in for with all these modifications to the game? But I am glad I do not have to use my brain, because my brain hurts from being at TAFE, and a bit of an argument went on, not between me, but between one of my classmates and the teacher. That got, I wouldn't say it got heated, but it definitely escalated. Luckily the teacher was very proficient in conflict management, so obviously she couldn't be the one to, like, obviously the teacher couldn't be the one to escalate it further, so they were doing their best to sort of chill the situation down. But yeah, just constant back chat to the teacher. Every single one of us, everybody else in the class was just like gobsmacked, just of the words coming out of his mouth. Just wow. Like none of us thought he'd actually keep going, but he did. Alright. But yeah, it all got solved in the end. Like, it was just a minor issue really, but it just escalated and people were grumpy because it was like late in the day and it was the last class. People just wanted to go home and get out of there. Even the teacher did, like, we could all tell. But yeah, everything was good. All problems solved. Perfectly happy way to end the day. But I feel like we all know that type of person. We all know the type of person that would like talk back when there's a very heavy emphasis on not doing that at that current point in time. You know, it's like there's always someone that has to have the last word in an argument or something like that. That's just not me. I could not be bothered. Like, if I really had a problem with someone doing something, I'd either ask them about it or, like, confront them directly, but I'd never get to the point where I'm, like, practically insulting them for their ideas and their point of view. But yeah, I'll keep that to a minimum. Nobody wants to hear about my TAFE stories all day long. Alright, but yeah, honestly, just the name of the Odyssey really gives it away. Just put down as many monkey pirates as you can after you've set up a nice cheeky Spectre. Because honestly, the Spectre, like, how many of these guys have a decent amount of pops? 4,000? 3,000? 0, 0. So ever since we placed these guys, they haven't needed to actually do anything. Even Adora doesn't have that many pops, but she's leveling up pretty quick, which is nice. Alchemist is just here for moral support, because frankly, the Spectre can do this on his own. And these monkey pirates are just on standby in case things hit the fan. But we're looking pretty good, at least for the time being. So I think this will probably be... Should this be our last monkey pirates before we actually go for the big one? Because, I mean, we got it last game, we may as well get it this one. I think I'm just going to try and hook in as many things as possible, just spam the ability, so that we can fly through this as quick as possible, and you guys can go straight to playing it yourself. In fact, you guys could probably be doing that right now. Honestly, after watching the first map, you know exactly how this Odyssey is going to go for the other maps. And generally there shouldn't be a reason that you can't do this strategy, because most of it relies on the Spectre in the early game, and then you can just, at that point in time in the late game, you can just use your abilities. Make sure you've got your sub to bring the abilities back faster. Other than that, should be chilling. There you go, we can even just throw in more abilities here. Alright, so the first ZOMG we won't be able to take down very easily. But we can use Adora's abilities on it to make things a little bit more difficult for the ZOMG. And then we'll get our Pirate Lord to deal with the next few. But yeah, once again, if the ZOMG pops, you can just deal with all the BFBs inside easily enough. No troubles there. And even just using Adora's abilities whenever you feel like it. Honestly, it's like not the worst idea in the world. Just spam abilities and you should win this Odyssey without too much hassle. I feel like this is quite honestly the easiest Odyssey ever made. I feel like they've never gone this easy on us before. Like they've definitely gone a hell of a lot harder on us. Like fast tracked, as well as, oh, I can't remember the name of it now, but there was certainly more. But fast track's the only one that comes to mind and haunts my nightmares. But yeah, they've never really gone this easy on us. Like seriously, I don't think we've had to actually like physically pop many BFBs or ZOMGs, because we've literally just got this. Like they could literally give us this Odyssey with Moabs at regular speed, and that would be perfectly fine. We'd still probably be able to crush that with a similar strategy. But honestly, like the BFBs aren't even making it that far before I've got another ability back to hook it in. There's really no reason it should be this easy. Like honestly, like what more do you want me to do? Like I'm going for the Pirate Lord now so that these guys can get taken down in one shot. But until then, Adora's ability can be used like 500 times before the ZOMG actually gets anywhere. Like damn. Use Adora's abilities out of nowhere. I mean they do help, but not as much as the instant kill. And there you go. Just start spamming abilities and you'll win. Just as long as you don't touch this one. Yeah, there's 3 there. Nice. Honestly. And like I get it that it's kind of the point of the whole Odyssey. You have the Monkey Pirates and it makes it easier for you and it one-shots them instead of making you have to go through the double HP and the bandedness and the fact that there's Moabs coming out before you're even meant to have them coming out. But honestly, it's really not all that difficult. And one of the ways that you could make this a lot harder is either limiting the cash that you start off with, limiting the amount of boats you can have maximum, or just removing the Spectre, because the Spectre is just such a good 4th tier. You really shouldn't have allowed us to use the Spectre as a 4th tier. Alright, so there you go, there's the ZOMG, and cooldown's coming back, and we literally don't have to pop these guys at all, because we just have 2 abilities. There you go. I think this is probably one of the quickest Part 1 Odyssey videos I'm ever going to release, but there it is. Part 1 of the Monkey Pirates Pool Party by Locke. Yeah, Part 2 will be coming out tomorrow. It's the exact same situation. We're going to be doing the exact same thing, except I'm going to edit it more heavily and just cut to the good bits. So, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can all smash this easily in the Odyssey. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Kick some balloon butt.